Tagwirei weakness Munangagwa mese muchiri mudistrict. Munangagwa will be beaten by the same thing that he did in Kwekwe. That's what is going to happen. And it's actually there in the open right now. People are just taking your money for the fuck of it.
I of Zimbabwe, a channel dedicated to sharp, independent, and fearless analysis of Zimbabwe's political landscape. We look beyond headlines to examine power, policy, and the people behind the decisions shaping the nation. From governance and elections to economics, human rights, and regional diplomacy, I of Zimbabwe provides informed commentary grounded in facts, history, and critical thinking. Our mission is to question authority, amplify diverse voices, and promote accountable leadership, because a healthy democracy begins with an informed and engaged public.
The reality of the situation, Uncle Jedza, is that people who are just trying to peddle, they are trying to stay in popularity. This Zimbabwean of the year, Mahere and Miss Red Sagaka, is supposed to tell you, Yopadari, if you are smart enough, stop peddling these things of trying to win. Blawa is going to turn up to be ZANU-PF. It's never going to turn up to be ZANU-PF. Actually understand yourself and look and stop apologizing to yourself, because you're not apologizing to these people, because these people, they know where they stand. The reality is you don't have a standing in Blue Air. You don't even have any iota in Blue Air that can actually move a needle. Why I say so? If you look at this Zimbabwean of the year, it's a politician. Fadzai Mahere doesn't have any popularity in any other field besides politics. And you feel that candidates there, one of the 30 ones, the 30 ass ones, Wiknel Chivayo. And he couldn't even attract any attention from the publics that he is actually affording cars. So if you were smart, Padareka, you go and sit down na Wiknel. You don't hold any value. You know, Padar, sometimes I respect you, but sometimes you make some mistakes. You hold much value than Tagwire Iwewe, because you fight far much better and you can actually articulate much better than Tagwire Ikanaif in Wiknel Chival. The virtue of you having money and actually giving gifts does not translate to you winning a vote. If that vote is supposed to tell you and show you when Fadzai Mahere in place now weakness, who are on that panel can Ascot, we can't even count him. Fadzai now weakness as political figures, who is better? It has been found that weakness doesn't even count in the politics of whatever you are doing in Zimbabwe. Zaka, we don't know wherever you are going to go with them escalator. We have to force people to love us as much as you are trying. No, you go to Calgary Park, you see that the people like that. Are you serious? ZANU-PF in Inika. I went to school in 1987. ZANU-PF to win in Blaue from 1987 up to now. The people in Calgary Park, unless if it's a Calgary Park for Mashona, yeah, I can understand that. If the Mashona people, the whole of them occupying Calgary Park, then I'll say yes, ZANU-PF is winning there by virtue of you placing your own people and actually rigging Calgary Park and allocating stands in Calgary Park as according to ZANU-PF standards. But in a nutshell, in a rightful place and in the proper way, you can never win Blawa. It's impossible for ZANU-PF. And it will be upon the owners of the people of Blawa to accept ZANU-PF. I lived, I stayed, I went and I schooled in Blawayo. My mother is Ndebele Padare. Benzoguza. Mutosa. Unzwa. Ndakura una stintini kuseru gogoglolu. Tina tinti itando na sekuru edu. So then you come here and then you start spreading lies and telling us, no, ZANU-PF is trying Calgary Park. We are trying this and this and this. Oh no, we are doing this. You are not going to win, my friend. The Ndebele people are the Ndebele people. They stick to their ethics and they stick to their values. No matter how shona you can become, and no matter how much married you can become into them. I'm born of that family. I'm born of that mother. I know. So even if they take whatever you can give them, whether it be they stands, whether it be they cars, they can take. But kiss and forget that you're actually going to succeed in that constituents. Because they are who they are. They honor their values, they honor their ethics. So as far as Tagwire is an OPF, and even Nelson himself, he's got actually to start actually going to talk to people in Bulawayo, because what he has done all along, well, I mean, everything has actually been stagnant. Yeah? He's been zero as compared to what the people in the diaspora have actually done. So here I'm not going actually to say no, it's an OPF or opposition. I'm going to tell you all of you point blank. Could you know? For instance, Nelson has been out of touch with reality. Him parking outside there, actually choosing what you call a sabbatical, and say, no, I'm actually going to, I'm going to. And then you come and say, people are going to have unity. Yet we've been trying to tell you to say, we have been trying to tell that man, say, listen, you need to unite the people. And now you are saying, no, people have got to unite. Can't you say, like, he's like a Johnny Kemlet, as much as you, Padar? It's either you guys you unite with Nelson, or Nelson is going to come out in the open, and then we're going to know the way forward. But 2026 is a different year, Padar. 2026, there's no apologies. Whatever is going to happen, I mean, we have to play the game, and we have to finish this game of Nangagwa and whatever, the constitution. And that's a reality that we have to play. And I know you're scared of that.
2026 is in 7 days time.
It doesn't matter. Whether 7 days time, whether there's going to be whatever, but it's 2026. It's still
Yeah,
2026.
it's 11
It might
days
take
time
1 month.
actually.
It might
But what
take
is going to
11
happen
months.
in
It might take
2026,
5
Omana?
months.
It's 11 days time.
No,
Saka
I'm not sure
makaita ka
of what.
2026.
It's 11 days time. I'm
izvo
not sure.
nezvapato njava napadare nomangagwa izvi takambobira vanhu mari here izvi isi tikupusha ajenda yedu ivo vari kusungana vanozivana nemhosva dzavo dzekubirana mari nana passion java nana mnangagwa nana padare nana tagwirei. Those ones have got to go and play their game, and we want our money back. That one is going to be there. But the reality is, you guys have lost the reality and thought that, I mean, giving cars is actually going to give you mileage in the political game. Whereas you have failed to actually resolve the bread and butter issues. Bring back employment, because there's nobody who is a young kid who come out of university and think that when you give him, I mean, a grocery package, he's actually going to live his life for the next 30 or 45 years after coming out of university. You've got to understand the dynamics of whatever made you Padare to be Padare. Wakabuda chikoro Padare, you went out whatever you went to, and then you became whoever you are. Such are the kids who are coming out of universities right now without, I mean, any experience, but they've got the papers. But what are you doing to those kids? You give them drugs, you give them false hope, then you start giving cars, which are actually things which depreciate. You can't actually articulate any projects which the young people can do. Then whatever you do is you give the Chinese what these kids are supposed to have. Then you say, I know Zimbabweans are supposed to be given this. What about the mines? What about everything that is in manufacturing and everything? We're supposed to be having that. Mnangagwa. We are sick and tired of that shit, Baba. I'm talking about that. We are sick and tired of that shit.